Okay, so I was going to say good morning, but it's not good morning, it's good afternoon, isn't it? Good afternoon. Day 3, everybody, of TCM Insights at the Fusion 7 Healing Mystery School. And you've made it. Well done to here. So we've got a really amazing day 3 for you. Probably a little bit more relaxed than the previous couple of days. So what we're going to kick off with today is start off by putting together a whole template of a session, because now you have it all. You've got the meridians, you've got the organs, you've got the elements, and you've got the seasons. Now what I wanted to add to that for the template of your session is when you get to the meridians, when you start working meridians today, I'm also going to invite you to look at the EPIs that we mentioned, which are the evils. Okay, but it's also known as the external pernicious influences, right? But we've added another letter to it. I put it on the board. EPIs, which is internal evil pernicious influences. That's not a classic TCM word, that is a fusion word. Now what that means is when you go into the meridians, I'm going to invite you to look at things like malicious energies, entities, thought forms, because as well as the energy centres and the energy fields, those kind of frequencies and energies can actually tuck themselves into the meridian system. So the reason that I mention that is through experience, when we have people come in and they have sessions and we're dealing with like entities, dense, dark forces, thought forms and all of that, it doesn't just pertain to energy centres and energy fields. They could be somewhere in the meridian system. Okay? So we need to also be on the lookout for any of that that's going on. So in the template of our session today, we're looking at the seasons. Okay, we want to see if we need to balance the seasons. The EPIs which are connected to the seasons, and I've also put the page number up there for you so you know exactly where to go for that piece of information. Yeah? Then we've got the second thing to investigate, which is the elements and the cycles of generation and control, which are equally important to looking at the specific organs in question, because they can be affected or be affecting some of our other systems or organs. Yeah? Then, of course, for the organs themselves, we would want to investigate emotional patterns, put the page number up for you, or disease patterns which are connected to the organs. Yeah? The meridians we just talked about before, but I'd also like you to look at the functions and the dysfunctions of the meridians, put the page number with that whole list and column of all of those for you, so you can intuitively pick out numbers from there as well. And then, of course, you also want to look at, whilst you're on the meridians, at the extraordinary vessels or channels, which are also known as the curious vessels or channels, 2 of which are Renmai and Dumai. Okay? There are 8 in total, but for this particular class we're looking at those 2. Yeah? And we're going to look at also the 5 ancestral organs today. Just take a peek at those so you know what they are, which are, do you remember these abbreviations? Liver, yeah? Yeah. Yes.
Is that lung?
That's a U. L-U.
Lung.
Excellent. And kidney. Excellent. Right. So you see, it's all becoming very familiar now. So that's what we're going to start off with today. So when you've done that, we're then going to go into the lighter mode of today, which is our diagnostics, which is like good fun. So we're going to be looking at each other's teeth, each other's tongues, each other's mouths. So make sure you brush your teeth before we get going with that. Or maybe just rinse if you haven't got your toothbrush. I haven't got any extra. Then we'll have a look at those. So these are like little diagnostic tools. And